Alright, so we got a new vendor with several boxes of albums, tightly packed to make it hard to flip. Here at Twin Lakes. We'll kind of give you a feel of one box here. Then I'll probably just go through the other boxes and let you know if I find anything great. Abraxas 8. Let me check that out for condition. I have a feeling that's gonna suck condition wise. Flush. Definitely more interesting than we've seen here in a while, but I'm gonna have to not film for a while. So just for the first box, and I haven't checked anything for condition. Herbie Hancock Sextant. I literally haven't. So I have the Vinyl Me Please one of that one on the way. Rolling Stones More Hot Rocks. And you can see they're all marked for condition. I think I know what local antique store this is from. This is the same antique mall I found the slow hand for $54. This one's $4, which is much more like it. Erling Pressa and Led Zeppelin 2. I don't know if I need to own a Crocus album, but this would be the one to own. Flesh for Lulu, kind of your interesting 80s music. Santana Abraxas. This is just the first box. Again, haven't checked anything for condition yet. Okay, so this Led Zeppelin is supposedly VG Plus. This is definitely nowhere near VG Plus. It's trashed. The Santana's not in very good shape either. So through the first box, their grading is definitely overgraded. The Crocus and Flesh for Lulu are possibilities. I'll think about those for later on. Go through some more of these boxes. Yeah, the problem with almost all these records is the condition's not that great. This person, the handwritten grading on here is definitely all overgraded. Alright, here's a super tease. At the Rush Signals. It says it's a first press in near mint for $6. I'm extremely skeptical. Not quite near mint. I'm gonna have to let someone else buy it. Johnny Cash, Greatest Unsung for $18. So for a very early comp from 1959, the price isn't actually horrible, but it's a little bit scuffy. Again, not really near mint. This person has a very bizarre definition of near mint. In case you were wondering, do they have Linda on roller skates for $5? They sure do. They say it's in near mint condition. And I am going to say this is actually one of their better ones. That's probably actually pretty close to that on a cursory look. Of course, I already have it, so I don't need another one. We're just looking at this one for the hype sticker. So the fat mattress is actually in decent shape, and I seem to have a memory of looking this up or seeing it in a video, and it's actually valuable, a lot more than $7. I have a feeling I'm going to look it up on Discogs and find out I'm mistaken. And then I'm a sucker for stuff like third world reggae pop, so we can take a look at that as well. So the old school banana seek Schwinn bike in this booth is sure not going cheap. This is unlike the Piggy's Attic, where the similar sort of booth, which has a lot better records, condition-wise, had this sort of bike for a lot cheaper. So I looked up Fat Mattress, and my memory of it being a rare, valuable psych record was mistaken, and the Third World has a scratch. Most of these seem to be scratched up enough that I'm not going to get them. The vinylz is not cheap. Alright, now we go to the bottom two boxes where I get to kneel on the floor. So I mean, these have halfway interesting titles. It's just that most of the ones I'm actually interested in aren't in very good shape. Here's a potentially interesting jazz record. I'm gonna bet it's in terrible shape. And these boxes are all packed too tightly. Oh, there's always Carole King tapestry. Always with ringwear. Always. If I ever saw Carole King without ringwear, it would probably be a reissue of Eurogliders. That could potentially be interesting. Tommy Two-Tone. Is this the one with Jenny on it? I don't know. It is the one with Jenny on it. Because who knows any other songs? And I never see that single around, which is kind of surprising. I actually don't have the single because I've literally never run into it. I haven't checked it for condition yet. So it'll probably be like most of the records in this booth, it'll go back on being too scuffy and overgraded.
Oh, now this is cute. Now I have a baby plate. A divided one. Here's everything there.
Alright. Well, the Tommy Two-Tone's in very good shape. It looks like they played Jenny and they never ever played another song. Some power pop goodness from the early 1980s. Take a look at Eurogliders. So I'm passing on the Eurogliders, and the Amajabal is just in terrible shape, both in terms of the cover and in terms of the record. VG Plus, excellent, what a crock. Alert Craig's Vinyl Plethora. We found the Dolly Parton records.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious.
We'll take a look at those. I'm guessing they're going to get passed on, but... And again, I'm kneeling on the floor. Oh, I have Iron Butterfly. This is like the second or third. There's like 2 synchronicities and 2 Zenyatta Mandatas in here. We can send Zenyatta Mandata to Rob Walker, so you can have like a whole wall full of Zenyatta Mandata. The Deuce Coops. That looks halfway interesting to look at. Doesn't seem to be in very good shape. Juice Newton, meh. What do we have here? send a couple Dan Foger burp. The Deuce Coops, the shutdowns. On sort of this really plain looking label. It's not in very good shape in terms of the cover, although the record seems like it's fine. I bet it'll play through. This will definitely be something to look up. The Parton comp's 30, which seems high. I'm wondering if it's something that's actually valuable. Well, this World Dolly Parton comp has a median Discogs of 20. It's really going to have to be in that near mint shape for me to even think about it. And even then I'll probably pass, but if it's not near mint, it'll be an easy pass. So the first disc is slightly scuffy, but still probably a pretty good VG+. The second disc really is near mint, but I'm not going to pop at 30. If it had been under 20, I probably would have done it. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and pop for these three. The Crocus Headhunter, these are all around Discogs value. The Flesh for Lulu is actually a bit under Discogs value. These are all in pretty good shape too, much better shape than most of the records that I've looked at, because I looked at a lot of records that I rejected for condition. So Crocus Headhunter would be 10, Flesh for Lulu, Long Living Flesh 10, that's like a median 15, and that one's in really nice shape. Tommy Two-Tone at 6, and as I said, I can never find that single. So I'm going to pass on the Tammy Faye Baker and the Rita Coolidge and the Bing and the Tom. Taj Mahal's like the most interesting thing in here. Conway's all sweaty.
Well, this
Say hello to my little friend.
Christmas set.
And there's Horsey's in the booth, along with Tony Montana.
Fits together, it looks like a snowman.
And Star Wars stuff.
Are they
Below.
measuring cups or? No, they're just.
I've looked in here. This is the land of the hopeless, easy listening records that never rotates. So shockingly, the Eric Clapton slow hand for $54 and all of the other ridiculously priced records in this booth are all still here. I can get that Eric Clapton in this mall for literally $4 if I really wanted it. Man, it's Arthur Fiedler for $12. The Ventures for $12. You can see what kind of pricing we got going on here. There's a Kiss for $35. And Kiss at $35 probably means it's in bad shape. Partridges, $8. Exotica Records for $25. Yeah. And of course, we can't have a good antique mall without a good old school 78 player. A Bushel and a Peck by Whiting and Wakely. Beyond the Reef. I thought it said Beyond the Beef, but it's Beyond the Reef. I don't know that. So I'm not a Fiesta plate person, but my mom sure was. And she would have loved this booth right here. To me, it's just expensive, colorful plates. Sheet music. Susie Sue and the Banshees? Not quite. Sioux City Sue. It's different.